Yo, what's happening?
Tell you exactly what is happening. I'm not Adam C.
Yo, I'm definitely not Adam C.
But we are doing car reviews. Now, on that subject, Kermit the Frog sang, "It's not easy being green." He wasn't wrong, to be fair.
It's not easy being green.
Kermit the Frog sang, "It's not easy being green." Man had a point. What else is green?
Money.
The Incredible Hulk, herbs and spices,
There's a lot.
and this delightful 135i that Dick Lovett has beautifully given us for the day.
Yo, tell you what though, big love and big respect to Dick Lovett, BMW here in Bristol. Thank you very, very much. Don't forget, they got other BMW garages, they got Porsche, they got the specialised stuff. Literally so much stuff, so go and check them out for new stuff, used stuff. Because I tell you what, I can't plug them enough. But this,
Right, that's
this is
enough.
what we need to
On
do.
with this car. We got a man over there with a tripod who thinks he's Viking Views. He's not Viking Views. You can tell he's not Viking Views because he's got decent equipment. Us, on the other hand,
elephant
tell him
in
why
the
you're
room,
over
innit?
there.
That's not me. Right, so the mic here, we bought all brand new recording equipment, innit? And once again, it has messed us up. I have no idea why, but it is. So I'm not holding this to be important, you know, 9 o'clock news, all that stuff. I'm holding this for you can hear us, innit? So that's what's going on.
Now we will know.
So coming from a point of view, on a personal level as well, this car is something I'm intrigued about because it caused so much controversial news and headlines when it came out. Because BMW, right, got rid of that perfect 6-cylinder, perfect 50-50 weight ratio to bring a new 2-litre 4-part in it, basically. You know what I mean? So basically it's aimed now at S3 market, a Golf R market. That's what this car is. 60-40 ratio, so the engine sits a bit forward and it sits sideways as well. Not planted like it used to be in it. So the car is obviously X-Drive, but it's more front-wheel drive bias. But I tell you what, it's still 306 horsepower. That's about 450 newton meters of torque. Motor 60 time will be about 4.8, 4.9 seconds, depending on conditions.
And we will test that.
Exactly.
So, here we are on one of our private roads. We've got a few of them around the place. Yes, we've even got them in Bristol as well. And here we have a draggy box.
There we go.
Now what the draggy box does is a magnetic device, just like that, and we can use it to do 0 to 60 and all such other things. Watch this. So here we are, we got the screen recording on the draggy app. We're reversing at the minute in case you're wondering why there's numbers going up on it. We're going to have 3 runs of this just to see how it does.
Yeah, 3 runs.
This has got X-Drive, which should be an advantage over your old M4, which only had rear-wheel drive.
Down straight. There we go, there's 60.
So there we are, we got draggy times.
We did do draggy times. I tell you what, it felt quick as well on
Well,
that.
it would do. We beat manufacturer's time. Manufacturer's time in 0 to 60, this is 4.9.
Yeah.
We did 4.8. You know what we do.
It felt planted. I could tell you could feel the difference. It was 0 wheel spin. It was literally off it goes. And I tell you what, that's not much behind my previous S5, which was 354 horsepower, V6. I tell you what, these 4-cylinder engines are going to be the future, aren't they? There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
Remarkable scenes.
The old one, rear-wheel drive, yeah? 50-50 sort of ratio. This one now, rather than engine mounted forwards, it's mounted sideways. So it's giving you a 60-40 ratio. Car is X-Drive, but it's front-wheel drive bias. But these F40 Beamers are a great car anyway. And when you put it in this colour, come on, Dan, tell them the colour. I know you
It's signal green, what it is. It's an individual colour. It's £3,350, really well spent. And now the sun's out. now the sun's out, we can have a better look at it. Now, for those people who remember Calvin's Car Diaries, remember that Binker car auction, that guy? He used to have a BMW M6 in signal green. Same thing, he had it for a long time, right? Oh, I loved it. I had a special little soft spot in my heart for that. This, I can see why. I think the colour would look even better on a bigger car, maybe an M5, M6, something like that.
This is perfect.
But this, I'll be honest, all eyes are on you. That's the only downside.
And don't forget,
not least of all, the Fed that followed us for 3 miles earlier. Now, looking like this, you stand out a bit, innit, right? Being in a green car, innit? You stand out a bit.
You do, though.
Not at over the screen.
It's true.
To the point that for the last 3 miles, we've been followed by a policeman officer, as Adam Z would say it. What's happening, Adam Z? On a motorcycle. Chips, if you will, innit?
It's true. Yo, Poncho, innit?
Poncho?
Poncho, that's the one.
Look, there's more Feds down there now, probably waiting for us.
It's active everywhere though, isn't it? But I tell you what, we've driven this car for about half hour through Bristol town centre to get here. Every single person is staring at this car.
Do you wonder why?
Honestly though, innit? It's turning so much heads. Considering this is, the more, well, what's the right word to use? The more affordable M car, if you like, innit? You know,
it is at the moment.
Compared to what other things are.
If you want to use the word, it is the most affordable M car you can buy new.
Yeah.
Being the 1 Series equivalent, isn't it?
But the 1 Series in general is a great car. So this.
But even though it doesn't cost a massive amount of money, we do have police protection on the scene, innit? Just to make sure we're all good, because there's another crew over there filming. I don't think it's accelerate, mind. I don't think it's supercar speed. It's happening miles. But there we are. Look, we're back to this thing now, innit?
I tell you what, though, the whole backdrop for this video is phenomenal. Literally, you've got some old galleon ships and everything. It's all going on. But yeah, spectacular. But come on, look at it. This is the best 135i I have ever seen, and I'm not even joking. I tell you what, right? I consider owning this car very, very happily.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it is a Porsche colour. I'm talking about Porsches. Look at those seats. They're like sort of like 60s, 40s Carrera style seats the way they are.
They are. I know exactly what you're saying. They got those retro
we'll get
vibes
to
to
the interior in a minute, but yeah, come and have a look.
Well, let's start here, seeing as I'm stood here. Right?
On, then.
So you've got the forged carbon. They don't refer to it as forged carbon, but most people would know it as forged carbon.
And the rear diffuser is also forged carbon.
Rear diffuser, we'll get around there.
Come on, you've got some
side skirts. Look at the side skirts. They're deep, innit?
Aerodynamic as well, though. We've got some canards on the front.
I tell you what, I'll talk to you about aerodynamics. There's the optional wheels, but can you see that? Look,
vents to vent.
Vents that actually vent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I tell you what, I'm a huge fan as well of these honeycomb grills. And what a difference, everything being in black, not silver.
It is a really nice looking car.
I tell you what though, yeah, you look at it from this sort of angle, right? Take it out of the, come up here, right? Come up here.
Come up here.
Look down here like this, right? I look at this car and I see an A35 or I see an A45. It's got that Benz sort of vibe about it, especially with that big spoiler on the back.
I think if you come from this angle, the proportions of it and the fact there's a spoiler sticking out, it has got that A-Series Benz vibe to it.
Well, don't forget now though, innit? Now that it's front-wheel drive, and now we didn't, front-wheel drive bias, but it is X-Drive.
Yes.
You're now sort of appealing to the S3 market, the Golf R market, the A35 market.
Haldex market.
This is what this car is. This is what it's aimed at.
But this, I think, even if it wasn't in the signal green, that would still stand out a mile, from the LED headlights to the canards to the wheels to the splitter to the side skirts to the forged carbon to the retro throwback seats, like man said. Oh God! And it doesn't hurt that it says M Performance on the back of the wing either.
Not at all.
Also, around the back of it, let's have a look at this forged carbon. There is a better word for it than that they use, but forged carbon rear diffuser and that exhaust. Lovely looking things.
It really does work. And what I like as well, running into shot, you've got the 2 exhausts on it, which do actually complement it quite well. Because like if you just had a 118, for example, you've just got the 1 exhaust. This does fill the both rear ends of it, but that is incredible. And I said the spec on this car as well, it has everything you'd expect. Power tailgate, the 360 cameras, literally everything. And over the normal 1 Series, you've got the nice big sports seats in as well, which make a difference. Come and have a look.
Now, entering the car from the passenger side to get a different angle of filming, we can see We got the 135i scuff plates there, and standing out a mile against the contrast in black, we have the bespoke signal green paint, which costs how much, man? Who's just looked at the price?
Right, so the extra paint in this car is £3,335.
And I'd say it's worth every damn
It's worth
penny.
every penny. If you're going to do it, if you want to stand out,
Look
it
at
is.
it.
And I'm pretty sure as well, that colour is a Porsche colour off the top of my head.
It is indeed a Porsche colour.
So, you know, it works very, very well. But yeah, you know, this car, the spec on it as well, it's got a couple of different packs in it, which we will tell you about. But it's a comfy place to be, right? Just for size, I'm 6'4", I'm pretty bigger than the average person, yeah? But I fit in this car very, very nice. These seats as well are very comfy. And of course, you've got these lovely seats over the normal 1 Series seats, but fully electric as well, lumbar sport, everything you want to do. Heated seats, talk about heated steering wheel as well. There we go, look, man's got moves, which makes an absolute difference. But I'd say, yeah, the whole of this car with a lovely virtual cockpit. You've got some different trims in here, so let's tell you all about them.
The virtual cockpit is in night mode, dark mode. If you see, the map in the centre is all dark, and that is awesome. Hooligan that you are. You can take this now and you can show the people the heads up.
Yeah, heads up display as well, obviously an option that's in the pack of this car. Don't worry, we're going to get to the packs on it, but I can tell you what, there we go. I'll just give a little bit of a zoom in. You can see you got roadside recognition on there, you've got your actual speed limit there as well. If you're going to flip through the maps, it's going to put the sat nav on there as well, it's going to tell you where to go. Also your music is going to be up on screen, so in theory you never really have to take eyes off the screen. I tell you what, heads up display is a must in any car you buy, no doubt.
Now, one thing I can confirm is last week when I drove his M4 competition, now gone, I was using the heads-up display for the very first time ever. I've never ever used heads-up display before, and not once did I look at the dials. I hadn't noticed.
You won't look at it
until afterwards, and it was like I never once looked down. And that I think is a fantastic feature. A lot more cars should have.
That should be standard on every car.
It's awesome.
Right, so the technology pack that this car has the heads-up display. Got park assist, which is quite handy, so the car will park itself. I might show you that later if we get the chance. You've got high beam assist, and you've also got the adaptive LED headlamps, which I tell you what, make a world of difference. You know, you're driving through the nights and all that, they're going to be moving around, following the road, they're going to blank off when a car comes towards you and all that stuff. Phenomenal.
Driving the 135i in signal green.
I love it.
What are you saying?
Honestly, I'm very, very impressed with it. Now, like everyone else, I had a bit of reservation about it not being a V6. I'm just being a 2 litre. But it's a bit of fun, I tell you what, right? One downside, not a downside, but that sound you can hear.
It's piped in.
It is piped in. Yes, you can turn it off, but I've got it on. And it does add to the experience, right? It does add to it.
You cannot turn it fully off in the settings. You can reduce it, but it's always going to be there. But possibly that's something you could have coded out or just unplug. So I know in the Golf, that was a bit old technology, you could literally just unplug the device.
Yeah, definitely.
Something else, and I've got to say this, we've already touched on it a couple of times, but everybody looks at this car.
Everyone is staring at this car.
Granted, it's because it's in the exclusive signal green colour, $3,000 odd, but, which I love signal green.
Yeah, it works, man, 100%.
But everybody looks at this car, and I'll be honest, I think you will agree with this as well. When you drive past reflections of the car, you do tend to have a look to know.
You're staring at it, it's like, oh my god, why haven't I got one of these in my life?
And also, when you even look in your own rear view mirror, you're looking at the side flanks of the car and thinking that's a lovely green, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. Colour is literally gorgeous, no doubt, man.
Do you know, I'm grateful for BMW for lending us this car. Please give me a car that's signal green. I'd love that.
Yeah, definitely not. It just works, doesn't it? It really, really does work.
Comfort. How are you doing with comfort? I'm really comfortable in these Dakota leather seats.
I fit in it lovely. There's a nice space as well for my leg on the left side as well. There's a nice footrest there. All that stuff just
Dead
adds
pedal
to it.
sort of area,
Straight. I'm sat far back here because I'm a bigger guy, but I'm still, visibility is still very good. I'm not staring at a pillar like I am in some cars.
Which is unusual for a 5-door car, because usually,
is very unusual.
even on 3-door cars, you are just looking at a pillar.
Yeah, definitely. But no, that's just what works with it. So, you know, it can be your everyday car. You know, you won't need to bang a kid in the back. Yeah, granted, I'm not going to sit in the back fully comfortable, but you know what? If the seat wasn't all the way forward, I would. No, you know, all the way back, sorry, I would.
Just a technical note, if you haven't got kids, you don't have to find one to drive this car. It does drive without them. We're going to see 5'8", how I fit inside the back of this car.
Now, don't forget, he does sit with a bit of a gangster lean. He does sit a bit further back. But you're in there.
Do you know, I'm in, right? My seat, I would say, is in a very 50-50 position. It's not all the way back, it's not all the way forward, it is literally in the middle. This little pocket as well, I could live with this. Short journeys, an hour or less, I could live with this. More than that, I think I'd be struggling a bit.
Yeah, no, so you've got that black Napa leather in there as well. Come on, it's good quality in the way you sat. And them seats are gorgeous.
Also, they've got a hole in them so you can poke the passenger in the back of the neck, innit?
That makes the journey a bit better. But yeah, what a great car.
Do you know what's amazing as well? Every single time you open a door in this car, all you can see is green.
Yeah,
and when
everywhere.
you're inside and surrounded by dark colours, let me get that a minute. So there we are. Oh, look. Dark colours here, dark colours there. What the hell's going on? Green is what's going on. Kermit knew what he was talking about.
I love it, honestly. It's just a great car. Even finished with a little stitching along that. It adds to it, bro.
It does, man. Do you know as well, I can see the signal green reflected in the shiny black mirrors, the housings of the mirrors, and it's not easy being green, but imagine Kermit the Frog, oh look, it's Kermit the Frog, with a big massive hard-on, and that is this car. That is, oh, it's Kermit the Frog, look what he's doing, you know? That is this car. This car stands out a mile. Signal green is £3,200 worth of look at this, and stunning colour.
So as part of the comfort part of this car does have, it's got the electric tailgate, which is quite nice. You've got the easy access, i.e. keyless entry, which is also quite nice. No point in rummaging around for your keys when you can just tap it when you get near it. In you go. You've got the heated steering wheel, which makes all of the difference. And you've also got the memory seats, which are quite nice to see. You know, if you've got a partner, you know, she drives a car, he drives a car, for example, just save it on the side where you're going to be, jump in the car, press a button, everything comes back to where you are. You know, it's made my life easier, not harder. So that's a beautiful thing as well, isn't it? On the key for the tailgate. But what a lot of people don't realise as well, you think you've got to get out of the car to actually press a button to close it. No, hold the key down again, and that tailgate will actually close. Key's quite nice as well, I quite like that. Quite modern looking design. Got the M-Power decals on there as well. I like that. Talk about the M-Power decals as well. Makes a difference having the seatbelts with that as well, you know. And believe it or not, it's an optional extra in some of the older M cars as well. But
true story.
It's nice that it's in here. Quite like that.
What are you saying about the performance of this car?
Performance of this car is epic, man. You know, it goes for what you need to go. There's not much lag there. Your foot down, you're gone, which is quite nice to have. Yeah, it's a very capable car. I tell you what, it's pulling a few things off the traffic lights as well, which is quite nice.
And I'm noticing as well with the X-Drive, it is predominantly front wheel based.
Yeah.
Bias, sorry, but it is kicking in when it's needed to.
Yeah, it does kick in. You can feel the power to the rear wheels. Yeah, don't forget now, this engine is not planted forward like it always is. It's sitting on a sideways thing, yeah, just over the front axle, giving you that 60/40 front wheel drive bias. But
now, if you think your initial D and you're coming from the old 140i, this might not be for you. If you're a hardcore drifter and you love the back end kicking out, this isn't for you. But if you're the 99.99% of everyone else in the world that just wants a normal fast car, this is a bloody good option for you.
Yeah, well, that's what you got to remember, yeah. Sometimes you got to let bygones be bygones, and you got to mix it up. Don't worry, this is just boss.
We know what we're doing,
we know what we're doing.
Now, another thing, value for money with this car. Now, there's a number of competitors out there, such as an Audi S3, a Golf R. You'll be putting down between 5 and 10 grand deposit. You'll be paying about £500 a month. What are the deals on this? I know you were looking at them earlier.
Yeah, I was having a little look in the showroom, doing some research. And what was quite nice about it, doing, you know, £450, £500 sort of month, with the BMW's contribution, I told you how to put in yourself, was about 15 to 1600 quid. And that's a, you know, that's a base spec one of these to get it at like 450, 500 a month, which isn't bad at all.
That isn't bad at all. Now, I must urge you to be careful because we are driving our signal green car down lanes with trees both sides. It's possible we are completely camouflaged from the world at the minute.
Completely camouflaged from the world. But yeah, what's good about this road as well, obviously it's a lovely little track road, it's a 60 road, so we can have a little look about what that performance can do.
True.
Necessary, not necessarily hooning the car, but, you know, just dipping around some nice corners, some nice lanes, see how it does handle the road. 'Cause I tell you what, you know, it's there, like, you know what I'm trying to say, when you want to hoon into it, it's absolutely there. But no, this is a great little road, and it's a quiet road as well. It's not something that many people do go on, but yeah, performance wise, this car is there for this sort of stuff. You've got that confidence as well, knowing that it is four-wheel drive opposed to just rear-wheel drive. Yeah, extra.
Also,
gotta stop calling it four-wheel drive.
Bonus over his M4, handles, grab handles. No grab handles in the M4, carbon roof, don't need handles. It's all I used to hear off him. But no, I like to sit there with my arm up. It's comfortable, it's nice, isn't it?
So this car has the Pro Pack as well, which is going to entail your Harman and Kardon sound system, which sounds great. I would love to show you some of that, but YouTube will have us for copyright.
Thank you, YouTube, innit?
Thank you, YouTube, innit? You've got your privacy glass on the back. And you've also got these gorgeous 19-inch rims that are on the car. So there we go, as part of an optional extra as well in this car, it's the Berlin interior trim, which is this lovely sort of blacky colour opposed to the silver or aluminium finish you normally see in it, which quite, you know, makes a difference, world of difference. Fully illuminated in the night as well, which is quite nice. And also these seats, black Dakota leather. But I tell you what, they're very, very well made. BMWs over the years, right, no matter what generation, I'll always compliment them on the leather seats as well. And you've got the extender as well, like you would have in some of the bigger cars as well, which is quite nice. I tell you what, this car brings me joy, honest to God. What a nice place to be. Everything from a driver focus point of view to just, I don't know, looking around the details, etc. What a capable car. I love it. I really do love it. I tell you what, the car looks a lot more expensive than what it is. Granted, it's like 40 odd thousand, which is still a lot of money, but in comparison to buy things today, it's not a lot of money. When you think an ST Fiesta's pushing 30 grand.
Which is madness when you think about it.
Which is crazy, but that's the way we live in it? That's the way things are going. But this, I've never had a car, right, that so many people stare at and look
Literally
at.
everyone.
You know, there's been girls looking past, smiling as we've gone past today.
And boys.
And it's a little bit, do you know, my M4 used to get attention, but this, if you want a car, everyone's going to look at that. Because I think this car looks a hell of a lot more expensive in this spec and colour than what it is. And I tell you what, that's a great daily driver. I love it. I literally love it. Yo, it's about that time.
It is. Final thoughts.
What are you saying about it?
I like it. I got time for this car. I, honest to God, came out this morning, right, with no expectations, no thoughts. I was just like, right, we got a car to do, let's just go and do it. I like this car. I would daily this car.
Easy.
Couldn't afford this car, but I would daily this car.
Easily.
No, I got a lot of time for this. I mean, everybody, other than the fact that everybody looks at it, but if you want to get around that, just have a different colour that doesn't shout as much as this one. And you would partially slip under the radar. But what are you saying, my man?
I tell you what, I wasn't going to include this in the video, but I am going to say it, right? I'm one of them BMW fanboys that loves an M140i, yeah? I think they're so capable. I love them. I come at this and I'm thinking, right, I'm losing a V6. I'm in a 2 litre. I may as well be in a Golf GTI, yeah? No offence, I love a Golf GTI. It's good, isn't it? That's what I was thinking to myself. But this has completely changed my mind. It's not a very, very fast car like M5, M4 is going to be, but it's not meant to be that. That's not what it's built as. But for an everyday capable car, it is quick. You're going to hoon someone off at the lights, jump in some lanes. It's very, very capable, and you've got that X-Drive sort of feeling, you know. So if it does kick out, it's there straight away. It's gonna save you. But I tell you what, if I was looking around the cars in this class, whether it be a Golf R, an S3, A35 or whatever, I'm taking this BMW all day long. I tell you what, the build of it, the whole fit and finish of the car, everything, just, I love it. Honestly, I want that car.
There's a lot of positives about this car. What I would say, as he says, the competitors are the A3, the Golf R, all the letters and numbers combinations, innit? But I think really you've just got to go and look at them yourself, test drive them yourself, because it's down to personal preference. It's down to how the seat is, how it hugs you, how, you know, all of that sort of thing, isn't it? But this should definitely be on your shortlist. If we were doing the Matt Watson way, shortlist this car in there.
Damn straight.
It's and there are more cars available than the Golf R, A3 and this. There's a whole host of other things out there, but as the nearest, most common competitors, those are the ones I come up with. But this, definitely come and have a look at one of these.
And when we're there at the end of the video, I know you've already seen it, but Dick Lovett BMW, go and check them out, because honestly, the service from start to finish of buying a car, I wouldn't know I've been there. And also,
and he sold the car,
you know, they're a great bunch of guys, and I tell you what, service is second to none. And I tell you what, you go to that headquarters and you've got, you know, Aston Martin and everything, because it's going to blow your mind.
It's surprising, the Dick Lovett building, I'll be honest.
It's a different
Absolutely.
League, but I tell you what, it's been nice to do this. I'm enjoying doing this car review stuff with you, and more of this stuff's going to be coming. Yeah, definitely. Who's saying we done?
I think we done. Thanks for watching. Until next time.